Hello, I had 4 game developers make a game, but with absolutely no communication. Here's the gist of the challenge. I would start the project off, giving the game a bit of a theme and direction for what the game would look like, and then I would pass it on to the next developer, who had 4 hours to add whatever he wants. Then once his 4 hours are up, he'll pass it on to the next developer, and so on. This sets up funny misunderstandings and very weird twists along the way. Will we be able to make an actual game, or will it just crash and burn? This is the Pass the Game challenge, but in Roblox.
Hello, it's me, Scruff. Being the first developer on this project, it was up to me to lay the foundation for what this game was eventually going to become. I would say that's a lot of responsibility. I decided to go with something pretty simple that can really be turned into whatever. I essentially just created a couple of different movements. Definitely not, because that's really the only thing I know how to make. The first thing I created was a C to slide so you could slide under things. I went with this as one of the movements because you can do a lot with it onto the next mechanic, which was camera bobble. This isn't really a mechanic, but essentially I really like it in games where the camera will have some sort of little movement which will immerse you in the experience. The next thing I added was a double jump. The double jump is really just a double jump. You can jump twice. I added a shift button to sprint because, just sprint. Every movement game needs a sprint button. Finally, the last thing I added, and definitely the most difficult, was an E to dash. I figured that this could be a cool way to sort of maneuver around the world by just dashing instead of just simply running and jumping. That's about it. I hope the next developer can make this a terrible trashy game into something good.
Wow, Scruff set the stage with some interesting mechanics there. But before we move on, let me tell you about a fantastic opportunity. Moonpreneur is offering free game development classes for kids aged 7 to 16. If your child is interested in game development, you shouldn't miss this chance. Book a free trial class today and watch your child's creativity soar.
Hey, what's up? It's Alex. I'm a uni developer that learned Roblox last year. I'm pretty good at coding and not as great at building, so hopefully I can use my strengths in this project. So I've just opened the game swap project, and let's see what we've got. Looks like a couple of cubes. We've got a dummy, a couple of scripts, C to slide, camera bobble, double jump, E to dash, shift to sprint. Let's see if they work. Shift to sprint, good. Double jump, sweet story blocks, and the dash is working. So is the slide mechanic, but it wasn't showing any animations. After playing around with these mechanics for a little while, I had the idea that maybe we could use the slide to go under certain objects. So the first thing I did was look at the dummy to make a sliding animation. And nice. There was already one started on it. With a little bit of editing, it was ready to go. Next, I worked on making more obstacles for the player to run through. Then I tested sliding through the objects that I just made. It felt pretty awesome. Listen to this genuine reaction. That's sick. So next, I did what any good game developer would do: delete the base plate and add some lava that kills you. And then I made a button for my next idea. I coded it so that the obstacles are randomly spawned into the map when you step on the button leading to the end of the race. And this worked great, but player motivation was missing. So I added a timer and a leaderboard so the player can see how fast they were able to complete the course, and they can race against their best times, making the game much more replayable. Well, in 4 hours, we were able to go from this to this. I'm more of a dev, so I'm hoping people further down the line can make it look a bit better. I hope you enjoyed this part of the project.
Wow, Alex did an incredible job taking the game to the next level. If you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It means the world to us and helps us bring you more awesome content. Now, let's see what the third developer has in store for us.
Hello, it's Raymond. I'll be taking over for now. Basically, I'm a Roblox developer who has created many things with this platform. While I do love coding bugs, fixing them is always an issue. I tested the game throughout, and the first idea or problem I seen was how you slide, even though you've collided with the part and you just kind of got stuck there. My proposed solution was to create a ray cast in front of the player, which worked really well. Next, after play testing the game, I noticed there was no way to know these controls. The controls were pretty easy, but I wanted to create a cool way to show how to actually play the game. Basically creating a tutorial. So let's get into it. Creating the tutorial was a massive challenge. First, I created the map for the tutorial. And I might have stolen the previous button, but that's alright, right? He won't mind. I created this cool animation whenever you press the button and it spawns the map. Next was to create a display that shows what buttons to click to be able to pass the current level. After that was making the actual progression save. But those were just the first issues. I kept having issues with the actual levels and the progress of those levels. It kept spawning you 3 levels ahead of the current tutorial that you were at after sometimes, and some tricky things to fix this issue. Basically, creating this really took me a bunch of time. But after all that hell was over, here's the final product. I really like how I ended up, and I think the tricky parts of this were worth it. Honestly though, I wish I could have created more, but now it's time to pass on to the next person.
Raymond faced some challenges, but managed to create an amazing tutorial for the game. Remember, Mumpreneur offers free game development classes for kids. Don't miss out on this opportunity to unleash your child's potential. The link is in the description.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I'm an animator and builder. Roblox Studio. Yeah, I just got this back on screw for whatever, and I'm looking to see what I can do on this project. So it seems like these are the parts, like models that spawn when you enter or just infinite generation. So what I'm going to do is try to make this thing look better, probably. And yeah, that's it I think that I'm going to do on this project. I have 4 hours time, so it should be all good. First, I'm probably going to start working on this because this doesn't look that nice. So wait, let's see if it copies the things from here. Okay, it seems like it copies the things, but there are still a few bugs. Obstacle 2 is not valid. Okay, my bad. I accidentally renamed this, so it should be fixed. Okay, so this is a pretty scuffed walk animation that I made, but it works fine, I guess. Yeah, this is the most boring part in my part. Yeah, recording scratched. So I lost like 2 hours of recording bad. Sucks for you, I guess. As you can see, my new slide animation. Okay, so sadly, I forgot to record me making these cars. Okay. Yeah. So that's basically everything.
Mike did an excellent job beautifying the game, despite the recording mishap. Now, it's time to reveal the final product of our Pass the Game challenge. And there you have it, folks! The game that 4 talented developers created without any communication. Personally, I think it turned out pretty well, considering the circumstances. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more challenges like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support means everything to us and helps us bring you more exciting content. Mumpreneur understands the importance of preparing for the rapidly changing technological world. That's why we offer online STEM programs to help kids master futuristic sciences like robotics, game development, app development, and more. Register for a free 60-minute game development class today and begin your journey to success. The link is in the description.